Hi everyone. Let's take a look at this word problem. A rectangular athletic field is twice as long as it is wide. If the perimeter of the athletic field is 96 yards, what are its dimensions? Well, read these things a couple times. If it doesn't seem to make any sense the first time, after a couple of readings, I think things will start to become more clear. And there's always important clues given in these word problems. For one thing, this is a rectangle we're dealing with, so in cases like this, it's helpful to sketch a picture. So let's draw a little rectangle here. What's the other clue? Well, they're giving us the perimeter of this athletic field, the perimeter of this rectangle. That's a clue right there that somewhere along the way we're going to need this formula for perimeter. The perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And on this rectangle, this is the width, and this is the length. And those are the things we're looking for. What are its dimensions? Well, the dimensions would be the length and the width. So how do we find those things with this information? Since these are the things we're looking for, the length and the width, I'm going to label this. I'm going to label the width as, well, W seems like a good variable to use. And the length, now you might think, okay, well, let's call the length L. We don't want to do that because we can't have an equation with two variables. We don't know how to solve an equation that has two unknowns. So I need this length to be written in terms of the width. And we can do that. They gave us up here that it's twice as long as it is wide, which means that if it's W yards long, then the length is 2 times W. It's twice that much. All right, we're now ready to build the equation. I'm going to take this formula for perimeter, 2 times the length plus 2 times the width is equal to the perimeter. And I'm going to plug in everything that we know. We know quite a bit, right? 2 times the length. What is the length? Well, I don't know really, but I called it 2W. So that's my length. Plus 2 times the width. Well, I don't know what that is either, but I called it W. All right, so I just plugged in the two unknowns is equal to the perimeter, which is 96. So in place of L in the formula, I put in what we said the length was. In place of W, I just put in the variable expression for W. Here's a pretty simple equation to solve. So let's do that. 2 times 2W is 4W plus 2W is equal to 96. Combine the like terms. 4 plus 2 is 6W is equal to 96. Got to solve that for W, so this is 6 times W. Let's divide by 6 and divide by 6. So that means that W is equal to, okay, what is that? 6 into 96. I should be able to do that in my head, shouldn't I? Goes 1 time, 6, 36, 16. Okay, 16. So the width is 16. Now remember, there's two unknowns. So the first unknown, they might even ask you in my math lab, the first unknown they ask you for might be the length. I don't really know for sure, but we can find that is if the width is 16, then the length is 2 times that. Well, 2 times 16 would be 32. So whichever one of these they ask you for first, we have to find both.